Good morning. I'm Christy Baker with the University of Missouri Extension and 4-H. I want to welcome you back to Baker Ranch. We haven't been here for a while. We've been on the road all over the country interviewing different people in different facilities. But today, we're home. We wanted to talk to you a little bit today about color and how colors happen on babies. We've got several mares here. Right here we've got a dun mare, and she was bred to Shine That Fuel Tank, who is a bay roan. And this is what we've got. We've got a red dun roan filly out of Shine That Fuel Tank. You can see the dun stripe down her tail, a little bit down her back, but she has roaned out really well. And also, can you get a close-up right here of the bars on her legs? If you can see, we've got some bars on her legs, which is a dun trait right here. So this filly, we are extremely pleased. We don't see a whole lot of red dun roans, but this is one of them. And this is Jitterbug. I think you met her when she was first born, when we first started this series. And she is a dandy little thing. Has a big, nice hip on her, and we are sure pleased with this one. Now, as the babies, we want to handle them daily, and we want to rub and pick up feed and make sure that they are comfortable with being handled in all aspects of horse care. So we gently go around and we handle each baby and just kind of get them used to being pushed around and patted on and picked up and handled and wallered, just to kind of get them started good. Right, Wayman?
Correct.
So this is a dandy little filly here by Shine That Fuel Tank. We are very pleased with her. And we kind of like her old mama too. Her mama is an own daughter of a world champion buckskin Western pleasure horse. Fuel Tank is the own son of a world champion working ranch horse. So I think this filly is really going to give us a good ride. She's going to give us a little size. The mare is 15.1. Fuel Tank is 14.3. So she'll be just the right size for a bigger person or a small person, kind of like me. But she'll be a really good size and be able to do a lot of ranch work for you with a smooth ride. This one is a little mare, 15.1, that we call Miss Priss. And this is her kid. He is by HP Dash to Fiesta. And you can see how big this boy is. He has gotten huge, but now his daddy is a 15.3, 1,300-pound sorrel stallion. So if you'll notice, he's losing his baby fur, his sorrel baby fur, and you can see the roan coming through, and we are excited about this one because we love this mare's color. This mare is very different in color, and so This baby, I think, is going to look a whole lot like her, except a lot more roan. He's got a dun stripe right now. Not sure that that's going to stay or if it's all going to roan out. Now, as the babies change colors, you can see underneath the hair that they're losing, the color starting to come out. And in another month, he will probably be as light as this filly right here beside him. Now, he's the youngest of all the babies, but he is the biggest. But you have to keep in mind the parent sizes that he came out of. His daddy 15.3, his mama 15.1. And big horses make big horses. That's just what you've got. Get over, baby. Now you can see he still has a whole lot of baby hair. This will shed off. This kind of protects him against the insects during the summer. So we haven't rushed this in him. And you can see how white it's turning right here. So he is going to be really, really rough. Now, like I said, his daddy was a sorrel. His mother is a chestnut roan. Chestnut is a color that usually lends to the color of the stallion. But this mare has a very strong roan gene. She's had 2 babies. Both of them have been extremely roan. This year, she's bred to shine that fuel tank. So we're kind of excited about seeing what we're going to get with that one. I'm hoping for a really loud bay roan. So we just might get it with this cross. And this mare has also gotten a really nice show record. She's won the All-American, excuse me. She's won the Dixie Nationals. She's got her performance ROM with AQHA. And what else am I missing, Wayman?
Well, what she has her awards in. Barrel racing and pole bending.
Barrel and poles. So she's a multi-event mare. She can do barrels or poles, and she really likes the poles. She can flat down scoot on the poles. Now, if that isn't enough color, we've got something over here that I'm really excited about. Where did he go? He's hiding. This is his mama. She's an own daughter of Kathmandu, and she is very, very cow bred. And this colt is extremely cowy. We call him Quick because he really is. He is a Palomino roan. And if you'll see, he's got his white tail. And we were thinking he might gray, but then his characteristics are holding with Palomino roan. He's got the dark Palomino head. He's got the dark Palomino legs on the bottom, white mane, porcelain white mane, and you can see his body has really roamed, and it's mixed with the Palomino hairs. Normally, if they were gray, he would have gray around his eyes, but he doesn't. He has a solid Palomino head. So we are kind of excited to see his future color, because there's not very many Palomino roans out there. And I absolutely love a Palomino roan. They are beautiful. Of course, you can see he's still got some baby hair on him, and he's dirty from being out in the pasture. But that's just from being a kid. Oops, sorry about that. There That's a brother. And these babies love to rub back on you. So we want to handle them, we want to pick up feet, we want to rub butts, we want to just waller them as much as we can possibly waller them. Because the more you do, the more they get used to. So that when they get to be a big and 1,100 pounds, they're used to you just wallering all over them and pushing them around and won't try to push back. Of course, babies like to nip. So that's another thing. Wayman, on these babies that are nipping and biting around, what do you suggest? How do you suggest you train them not to do that?
Well, when they start nipping on me, I usually bump them pretty hard. Now, Mama gets after them. You don't see them biting on Mama much. She'll straighten them out real quick, and she'll hit them harder than you will. You don't want them head shy, but you want them to know if they get to nibbling too much, then just go ahead and bump them. And
I'm trying to turn you around so they can see your pretty
well, push
Palomino.
this end around and he'll come around.
He's saying, what the heck? If you can see, he's got this gorgeous Palomino head, how dark it is, and then the body is lighter, and it's mixed with Palomino and white hair. So that's why we're calling him a Palomino roan. And he does like people. He is a quick little devil. If you want a horse that's cowy or quick around the poles or barrels, this little guy is going to be top in that field. He is a heck of a nice colt. Got a nice rear end, a nice shoulder, and he's got a really inquisitive, want to please attitude. Right, Quick?
Now this mare, her sire, Kathmandu, has won well over 20,000 in cutting.
Oh, more than that. Way more than that.
Her siblings has won over several 100,000. So we're hoping this colt here, with a combination of Shining Spark, Kathmandu, Pepto-Bismol, and this type of breeding, that he'll make someone a great cow horse.
Now, color combination on this, you can see his mama is gray. His daddy is Shine That Fuel Tank, who is a bay roan. So we get the roan hairs. The roan, you need a roan stallion or mare to get the roan hairs. And that's what Fuel Tank has done. He's stamped all his babies this year with a lot of roan. And the color that we got in this breeding season has just been amazing. So this is going to be a really, really good kid. Hey babies, come here and play with me. Now we will be weaning these babies at the end of this month. So right now they're eating well on their own. They're kind of wandering off on their own. They're not hanging with mama. So they're gaining their independence. And when we wean them, they'll be ready to wean. We don't ever like to pull them off too soon because the mom is still teaching, she's still guiding. But these babies will be 4.5 months old at the time that we pull them off the mama. And at that point, they're starting to pull the weight off of the mama and kind of really make the mama overproduce, and so we want to pull them off for the mama's well-being. Love, love, love this mare. We call her Miss Press. She produces wonderful, absolutely amazing babies, and this is one of them. This colt that we call Smoke'em, he wants to run the camera. This one that we call Smoke'em will be eligible for the Pink Buckle Fraternity, the Future Fortunes, well, all the major fraternities. His daddy is from High Point Performance Horses in Texas, and his daddy's name is HP-Fiesta. And I tell you what, we've got 2 foals from him, HP-Fiesta, and they have been just really nice foals. Yeah, sometimes the babies like their tails rubbed, and so he likes to put this in my face and say, rub, rub, rub. Want to check and make sure he doesn't have any ticks on his tail. And nope, he's clean. He just wants a little rubbing next to his heart. Smoke him. And you can see that white hair starting to show up and come through. And they all love their bow dog.
The done-run filly and the Palomino horse colt, I just got nibbled on. They're both be for sale. Probably be around the 1st of September when we have them ready to go. So if anybody's interested, just contact us and we'll be glad to show them to you anytime. Like I say, they're well, we'll finish their halter breaking and then they'll be ready to go where you can handle them. We just like to have the babies where people can not be afraid of them, not have to fight with them. So
I
that's...
heard that. We don't want to fight with you. We don't want to fight, do we? No. You're such a good boy. Oh, look at you. You're so rotten. So rotten.
Okay, let's move on and go down, and we've got one yearling down here. We want to try to show him a little bit.
Wait a minute, we gotta have another tail rub.
Got to have another tail rub. But the trouble is, then they want to turn around and rub you.
Yeah.
And they get a little rougher. They don't mean to, but they do. So that's where you gotta let them know.
But look at all this roan coming on here, on his legs. And you can tell he's roan. See the dark at the bottom? And here all the white hairs are at the top.
Now this colt is a partnership colt with our granddaughter. And I guess he'll stick around for a while until we'll see. He might be our next barrel horse prospect, fraternity horse, because he'll be eligible for several barrel fraternities. Which Pink Buckle Fraternity, he'll be eligible for it.
Pink Buckle, Ruby Buckle, Future Fortunes. I know there's about 5 others.
Yeah.
So all the major fraternities. He will, and he will flat, I think, do well because he's so strong. I don't know if you've noticed the size of his legs, but his legs and the strength in this colt is incredible. He's very big boned, and you want that in a barrel horse because of the stress and pressure that it takes as they're going around those barrels. So, hello there.
Now I don't know if you've seen all of our clips. This is the colt that we had to pull.
Yes.
And
He was
we
so big.
filmed. Now he was, and he come out running. Believe me, he did.
He was running when his first legs got out. He was running. So these babies love the attention, which is good. We want them to be real comfortable with humans. And this is Jitterbug. If you'll remember, she was just a solid, she was solid beige looking when she was born. Now you see her dark head, which is indicative of a roan. You see the dark legs, the white in the body. But what makes her dun really stand out as dun is these bars, what we call tiger stripes. And we call her Mother Tigger because her tiger stripes are so dominant. And the beautiful red color. Yeah, red duns are really, really gorgeous colored horses.
Now, Fuel Tank has got roughly 41 colts on the ground. Well, he's got couple more than that, but anyway, he's got like 11 buckskins. He throws quite a few buckskins. He's got 4 duns. He's got, I believe there's 9 or 10 bay roans and red roans. He's got about 4 palominos. He's got
What do you think, baby? What do you think?
he's got 3 grays. I don't know what kind of mares all these were out of, but that's his color. He seems to be a little better bred to a dun mare or a buckskin mare. Now his dad was Fuel and Shine, which was a working stock horse, world champion. Now he was a buckskin, so that's, and the grandsire was Shining Spark, which was Palomino. So that's where part of it's coming from.
Now, if you have questions about color prodigy, how to get, if you want a Palomino, for example, the sure way to get a Palomino is to breed a sorrel mare with a Cremella stallion. That will get you 100% Palomino. If you want a buckskin horse and you've got a buckskin mare and you want another buckskin baby, a bay horse is a really good choice for that. What you don't want to do, or try not to do, is 2 Palominos bred together don't always make that gorgeous dark Palomino, golden Palomino that you may want. Try breeding that Palomino with a bay, and chances are really good that you'll get a Palomino colt out of that. AQHA has a wonderful calculator that can calculate your percentages for getting certain colors. So check out their website at aqha.com, and they can pretty accurately tell you or tell you what your chances to get certain colors are going to be. All right, are you ready to move on? Okay, we've got a colt that we showed you at the beginning of the year that we call Rat Rod. His daddy is Racy Casanova. Oh, we need to go out the gate, don't we? Racy Casanova is an own son of Stell Corona, and he has 101 speed index. He's a sorrel horse, and we bred this colt to a brown mare. We got, well actually, Racy Casanova started out slow, but he's turned gray now. Like I said, he's got a speed index of 105. We just found out that his first crop of foals, which are now 2-year-olds, there were 5 in race training. All 5 have qualified for the Iowa Stallion Breeders' Futurity in August. We are so excited about that because his first 5 racing foals, and they're hitting the track. Not only are they hitting the track running, and I mean really running, but a starry night, a sorrel 2-year-old from Racy Casanova recently set a track record in only his 2nd race ever. So we are totally excited to see what Racy Casanova's babies are going to do. Why? Because we've got one right over here in the pasture, and he is a heck of a fast little guy. So we're going to walk down here and show you Rat Rod. Rat Rod is a red, and oh, wait a minute. The cameraman handed me the camera, and it's too tall for me. So let me shorten it up here. Okay, here we go. So we've got Rat Rod, and we are extremely pleased with this colt. Not only is he extremely fast, but he's got a really nice head, good rear end, and he's got a lot of brains. This colt is going to make one heck of a barrel prospect or a track prospect. Come over here, Rat Rod, let's look at you. He also would be, the way he's bred, would be one heck of a stallion prospect. His dam is a 1D barrel horse by Rare Bar. Rare Bar had 114 speed index. Now this is just a baby right here. He's just a yearling. He's still growing. And he is going to be a nice one. Rare Bar was known for passing on what's called a large heart gene. If you'll look at his girth, you'll see that it's really thick. That's indicative of a large heart carrier, which means that they're able to get more air into their lungs and generate more speed. So that's why we like that. But his mama, Secretariat also had the large heart gene, which we all know what Triple Crown winner Secretariat did. The dam of this horse, named DeBar, was a 1D barrel horse. She has won multiple 1D futurities, and she did get 2nd in the Lance Graves futurity, but only out of 600 or 700 horses. So I'd say that's still pretty darn good. 2nd place out of 600 or 700 horses. Okay.
I want to make a small correction. Christy said that the Starry Night horse set a track record. No, it wasn't a track record. He was the fastest qualifier of the Iowa State Futurity. This is what he done, and he's had 2 outs, 2 races, and he's won both of them going away. So we're hoping this colt here will make it for somebody, either a track horse or a barrel horse, maybe a rope horse or a breakaway rope horse. Now he'll be for sale. And just come by and see him if you want to.
Yep, he's getting to be a horse today. Normally he is stalled up like a prima donna and exercised at the round pen. But today we turned him out so he could just get a taste of being a horse. And he is in a controlled paddock where other horses can't rough him up or get around him, but the flies can. That's okay. All horses need to be bit by a fly at least once, and hopefully only once. And you just saw him walk through this cedar tree. Cedar trees have a natural repellent against flies. And so that's why we have this rather large cedar tree in this paddock. Because when the flies start getting bad, the horses will walk through those limbs to rub some of that cedar oil off on their hair. And that will help them repel any flies that are around. We have enjoyed having you with us today. Remember, AQHA has your color chart analysis that will tell you the statistical chances of the colors that you can get from your mare by breeding, color to color. They're pretty accurate and very, very interesting to read. AQHA has mentioned to me that they have also got several videos on their website that would be greatly helpful for 4-H youth to view and look at, including the color. So we hope you will visit their website and get an idea of what the future may hold in your pasture. Now, we have one other thing that I want to mention. Let me get this back. Here you go. As you know, COVID has been really rough on a lot of the institutions, the educational facilities. We are in a very dire budget crunch right now, and we would like to ask for your support in Missouri 4-H series, Raising Babies. You can make your tax-deductible contribution to Stoddard County 4-H, and the address is right on the quotes above this video. So we hope that you can find it in your heart to, $5, $10, $500, whatever you can bear, to help us keep bringing this series to you weekly. We hope that it has been interesting, and we want to hear what you want to hear. I do have a little hint about what we have coming. We have a singer-songwriter that has agreed to come with us and sit out on Baker Ranch and talk about horses, his experience with horses, and maybe play a few songs for us, which is really exciting. We also have a veterinarian who has agreed to bring us into his lab and show us what he does with his mares and how to ultrasound. And we are working on a piece on how to swim your horses to get them in the best condition ever. Rat Rod. Thank you for joining us. And please make your contributions to Stoddard County 4-H. And thank you for being here. Please like, share, and follow. And Rat Rod, you want to say bye? Yeah? Oh, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Thank you, and Goodbye.